Hey everybody, this is Steve with Kraken RC. Today what we're going to do is we're going to put a little bit of new life on an old body. So this particular body, this has the original almost ready to run wrap that debuted with the VEKTA. And what we're going to do is we're going to install the Founders Edition wrap. And I thought it would be a nice thing to go over how to install these wraps. So this is the wrap here that we're going to be installing. They're really big stickers. They can be a real pain, but there's a few tips and tricks that you can do to make it look like a nice, clean, and tidy install. The first thing we got to do is we got to get this old wrap off. I will use a hair dryer and lightly get this decal warmed up, and it peels right off. So the main thing when you use the hair dryer is to make sure that you don't get the polycarbonate panel too hot, or you could distort and warp that panel. One of the reasons that we heat this up just to peel it off is because it works a lot better to peel off when these vinyl wraps are warmed up a little bit. It reactivates the adhesive. It peels off in one piece a lot easier, because these will oftentimes just kind of break like that. So with the vinyl wrap warmed up, you can see it's a lot more pliable, and that just peels off so cleanly compared to before. So now we've got our panel with the old wrap peeled off, and it's ready for the new wrap. So I have the new wrap here. We just need to get it opened. So one of the challenges of installing a sticker this large is getting it lined up just right so that on this end you're not misaligned. And the easiest way to get this on here without much effort is going to be using what's called a slip solution. What we're using is just some glass cleaner. We're using Windex. The other thing that you're going to want to have on hand will be a clean microfiber towel. You'll also want to wash your hands, make sure that they're clean from any dirt and grime. My recommendation is that we start with the largest, flattest sticker first. That's going to be this one here. As we get into some of the more complex pieces, like this one for example, it has this little recessed area, and there are tricks getting the decal to sit into those grooves better. So the first thing to do is going to be to peel this off completely. I'm going to lay it down like this. I'm going to take my Windex, give it a pretty healthy amount. You can move it around with your fingers. Again, should have clean hands there. We'll set that on. And the nice thing about this is that you'll be able to pick it up off of the body. You'll be able to move it, slide it around because of the slip solution. So this is going to fit down in that groove. And then on the back end, we've got that little thing that hangs down. So that went on really smoothly. Depending on your body trimming, as well as the vinyl wrap that you're using, you will have a little bit of flashing hanging off. So once your slip solution dries, we'll just take an X-Acto razor blade and we'll cut off that excess part of the decal. So since that went on real smoothly and we're liking how that sits, you're going to take your microfiber cloth, you're going to hold the vinyl wrap down on one edge to make sure that it keeps alignment, and from the center you're going to push down towards the edge. And what that's doing is that's going to squeeze out the excess slip solution. Now this decal set is going to need some time to dry and cure. I usually leave it overnight. This is still going to be easily lifted while it has some of the Windex on it. What will happen is it will dry out and then it will stick down nice and permanent. So that's that piece. Now let's do this bottom portion here. Now this one's a little bit more tricky. That's why I want to show this part too. Spray it down. I'm going to flip that over, so maybe this is a little nicer viewing angle. So we're lining up that front leading edge to the body panel, and we're making sure that our 3 holes are ready for the screws as well. Because it has this flap that peels up and over, we're going to let that hang open for a while, just until the slip solution dries. It's just as simple as folding it over and it will stick down with no problem. Always work from the center to the edge. We can still move that big sticker to where we like so that the lines line up. And then for this front part, we'll come back, trim off that excess part of the sticker that overhangs the body panel with a razor blade. Just like that, you've got it. And once this is dry and permanently stuck down, we'll make sure to push out any small air bubbles that may have formed underneath there. This is the right side body panel that I did a little bit earlier. Hopefully you're able to try this out for yourself. I hope that you found this video really entertaining and informative. We really appreciate you taking the time to watch our video. If you'd like to follow along, you can subscribe. You can also follow us on Instagram and Facebook. We'll catch you on the next one.